Slipknot drummer Eloy Casagrande is breaking his silence for the first time since joining the legendary metal band. The group and fans alike from around the world welcomed him into the band, with Slipknot posting an official statement confirming him as the new drummer, as if we couldn't already tell from his very distinct playing style. When I saw him in person, you can see like his movement style is very, very noticeable and recognizable. His build as well. He's kind of a stocky guy. And so I was very interested to see how this band was going to play, because this is a group that if the cohesiveness isn't there, if the energy from all of them together isn't there, they're not going to function well. Each individual member of Slipknot brings a really unique flavor to the band. And so I was very curious to see what the dynamic was going to be like when they took the stage at Sick New World, and whether or not it was going to be a good show. It was an insanely good show, and they were playing like they had something to prove, and they did prove. They proved that this band did not come to play. And so Eloy is going to be an amazing addition to the band. You can already tell. I think Slipknot is going to be inundated with requests to come to Brazil, as if they weren't already. Such a very beloved and passionate fan base down there. And so I think that we're entering into a special new era for the band. It seems like things are really starting to come together. They're doing fun stuff that the fans, they're giving the fans everything they want right now. Those throwback jumpsuits, as I said yesterday, I think some bands, I don't know how they feel about it, but some bands don't like doing stuff like that. I think it's awesome. I love it, and I love that we're paying tribute to the history, the rich legacy of this band, one of the greatest metal bands of all time. And so this is what Slipknot first had to say, welcoming Eloy into the family. So here it is. They posted this on their social media. Slipknot officially welcomes Eloy Casagrande. I think, again, back to my point about Slipknot's good at hiring people. They are. I mean, you look at the people like V-Man that they've brought in, that's just been such a stable guy and just such a workhorse in the band. He's contributing creative ideas to the group in the studio as well. You've got, of course, Tortilla, the mighty Tortilla Man, just a ball of energy up there on stage, just stirring shit up at all times. Love what he brings to the live space. And so you can see so much love in the comments. Grayson, and another amazing drummer and peer in the industry. Love that dude, by the way. Shout out to him. Congrats, Eloy. Mike Portnoy, another incredible drummer. Congrats. Stoked for you, bro. A whopping 749,000 likes on this post, which tells you and shows you exactly how the fans feel about this new drummer in the band. Another thing about Slipknot, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but as a fan, what it appears to me with the masks is when you first join the band, you have a very basic and simplistic and straightforward mask, and then they figure out what's your identity going to be. And then slowly over time, the mask evolves into something. And so, it's starting out very simple. And then I imagine as he develops in the band and he gets tenure, he's going to kind of earn his place in the group. And so this is a band that really takes that kind of stuff, their legacy, very seriously. And so I'm so excited about Eloy, and he seems like a great dude. And so I think this is going to be really cool. I think this week has been such an important week for Slipknot, particularly, as I said prior to all of this, how this week was executed, how they did this week was going to have a massive impact on the future of the band. And all I'm seeing here are grand slam home runs. They've done everything so well. I didn't even think, when I was at Sick New World, I hadn't even considered what their production, the actual stage was going to look like. And, chef's kiss to whoever came up with this idea to make the actual production look like it was like 1999 as well. Man, I love it. Sometimes less is more. And in this case, that's very true. And, I had AJ Good from the House of Mass on yesterday, and he was saying, like, this is the band that doesn't need all the fancy bells and whistles. And I could not agree more. This is the band that you want to have that industrial, look up there. And that's what we've got. And so we've got them playing shows on this upcoming 25th anniversary tour. We're seeing them at Madison Square Garden. They're doing Knotfest, Iowa. This is going to be a big year from the band. And Slipknot is a band of many surprises, and I anticipate they're going to have some other big surprises this year as well. When I talked to Corey last on the podcast, he alluded to a lot of archival footage that the band was sitting on, and I would love to see some of that released, and I think it's going to happen. So we'll see. But here is Eloy Casagrande celebrating that addition to the band with a very classy statement. So here's what he had to say. He wrote, "It's an exciting moment, unthinkable until then. There is nothing to lose. There's nothing to win. There is just living. We're here as one. Thank you, Slipknot, for trusting me. Thanks all the maggots and fans around the world. See you on the road. Here comes the pain." And y'all know this legend right here said it the same day the job was there. The best metal drummer in the world. No one gave this to you for free. This is the result of decades of hard work. I'm glad I'm alive to see you succeed, brother. Always up. And this is why so many people love this man right here. Because I love to see people genuinely root for other people to succeed. I love to see that. So many musicians coming through, so many legendary musicians coming through, paying tribute to this fella right here, who is, the ball is in his court, only up from here for him. And I've got a lot of faith in this guy. I've never met him before, but seeing the way he plays, I think he's going to carry this band well into the future, and he's going to do all of us justice. And so, hopefully he can feel that people are behind him. And I'm very optimistic about the future of Slipknot. I really am. And so, again, these guys are good at hiring people. They were doubted by a lot of people. It's worth mentioning that. They were written off and thrown away by a lot of people. It's worth mentioning that. And there were some people who treated them very cruel, only for the outcome to be one that is widely celebrated. 318,000 likes on this post. Universally applauded. We got to be patient with people. That's what I think. I think that when we react out of emotion, it typically never goes well. And so I think we put this band that a lot of us have idolized and loved, I think we put this band through a lot of unnecessary hardship with limited information about what really went on. And I'm glad to see things turning around. I really am. I'm so happy. This band has done a lot for me, Corey in particular, with this channel. And so I'm happy to see them doing so well. So Eloy Casagrande, welcome to this legendary and iconic band. We are behind you 100%. We are rooting for your success. We're rooting for this band's success and looking forward to this massive year celebrating 25 years of one of the most legendary metal bands of all time. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's your latest update from Rockfeed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button with notifications on for the latest news and updates.